good.
Divide the nation. Should we have freedom of speech on all platforms, even if it's risking fake news? So at the minute, you can't. For instance, I was trying to search up about global warming, yeah, and is global warming real or is it a hoax? Let me. Is global warming real? Is it a hoax? I couldn't find two sides of the argument because they will only let one side of the argument speak. So that's the question is, should you be allowed to speak on what you want and debate what you want, even if it's risking fake news? Because if you are allowed to say what you want, there is going to be a point in time where some of the stuff is fake news. It's a conspiracy. It's whatever. But do you just let everyone speak and have open debates, or do you just shut it off and say we can only listen to one side of the argument?
Wait the fuck up, mate. We just went through COVID. That was the fucking one of the biggest fake news. That was one of the biggest fake news. We need decentralized platforms, whether it's fake or not, because they feed us fake news anyway. You watch BBC day in, day out. How good was the coronavirus jab for us? I feel sorry for the people that got vaccinated, because I want an apology for all the people that gunned me for not getting vaccinated. Trust. And now all the studies are coming out. Actually, you know what? I don't even want an apology, because I just feel sorry for the people that got it now. So save the apology. We need decentralized platforms. Everyone needs to freedom of speech.
Rumble.
Yeah, Rumble. And
yeah.
I think you're going to start to see platforms go like that. I think you'll start to see, you have to innovate. And I feel like people, again, we're getting to the end of the pendulum where we're starting to get so sick of everything. You don't even know what to believe no more. Now that you're seeing stuff come out about the coronavirus, a lot of people have not got faith in the government, have not got faith in this. So people will start going to looking for different outlets and news outlets and searching deeper. Because again, I searched up global warming.
You can only find one side of the argument.
Oh, it's saying, our Earth's always been never changed or something. That's a myth. It's saying it's a myth. It's like, our Earth has changed because we've had volcanoes, we've had it's ice ages. It's like
the amount of property that we've changed from green space to industrial.
Don't get twisted. We probably do. We add a little bit, but I don't think we add half as much as. After watching Ancient Apocalypse, I do not think we understand human beings at all. We don't understand I don't even know what the fuck we are. I don't even know where we come from. Yeah. I deeped it yesterday. I was like, what the fuck are we? Like, they were drilling in...
We're going off topic.
Yeah, I know.
We'll speak about Ancient Apocalypse after. We'll speak about it after.
Decentralised.
So you're with... Let everyone say what they want. Decentralised.
I am, but then there's... I don't know, it's a sticky one. Because I think everyone should have the right to... But it just depends on, do you think terrorists should have the right to write stuff on social media to indoctrinate people and stuff like that? It's like, if you're...
Yeah, but who do we class as terrorists?
Well,
it's the same propaganda that we class as terrorists, but are these people not good? Or because we just portray this thing on them, straight away you get the whole population to think they're bad?
No, I agree with that,
sometimes terrorist agendas are not, it's for their country. But no, you can't do that in your country because we want your country or we want your oil. So now you're a terrorist. You got to be careful, man. It's a dangerous world. And I think COVID solidifies, it shows you black and white.
But I know what you're saying, because then it's like, let's say, for instance, there has to be some sort of limit of what you let run and what you don't let run.
Yeah, because imagine on a decentralized.
What about if you have on Twitter, everyone says just mass for instance, white supremacists talking about they want to kill all blacks or all Asians
dates
or
and
something.
Stuff they're gonna do it.
Dates they're gonna
but then that's when people. That's
so you're saying we should use more common sense.
But that's even more dumb because then the police, if you decentralize, police can just shut you down now because you're putting dates and shit up. Decentralized freedom of speech don't mean you start plotting shit on it. You still have to be, if you're going to be plotting shit, you still got to be discreet.
So we're talking open for debates. You should be allowed to have debates.
Yeah,
freedom
of speech and saying what's done. But if you're talking about going down that, I think that route's not even on the same topic because that's happening now, regardless of decentralized or centralized.
But it's still what is decentralized to the people, that everyone? Because for me, I listened to that guy talk and he's saying that every social media and company, since they were pretty much blew up are all like in partnership with central intelligence agencies all around the world, in whichever country they're in. Like apparently, the FBI paid like Twitter like a couple of years ago 3.3 million to just get some information from them.
That's why Twitter's got bear shit on CIA and FBI.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, what makes you think that them central intelligence agencies can't get that on decentralized platforms? So is anything ever going to be like that?
Yeah, that's true. That's a good question. No, well,
but I do think everyone should have the right to freedom of speech. That's my.
I think there has to be a bit of common sense with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like the owner of the platform has to have a little bit of common sense. I feel like if you're talking about global warming or coronavirus or this and that, it should be it's free game. Yeah. Everyone should be allowed to debate.
But like you said,
I think he should be on all platforms.
I think
he's not inciting people killing each other or harming people.
I think if you're spreading a direct hateful message and plotting and stuff like that, then you should get banned. I think it should come down to common sense.
Yeah. It should, that's a good fact. Yeah, I didn't really think of it like that.
It should probably just come down to common sense and
because like I think it's stupid. Like I said, if you're not a fan of him or if you're not, but it's like you got all these females and stuff that moan about he shouldn't be on platforms, which he's not, and people saying he like infects young kids and makes them feel a certain way. But then you got like let me land. Yeah.
Let me land this.
But then you got like I always go back to it. Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. They're singing about wet ass pussy to like 13-year-old kids.
Yeah, but that's because the government want that to dumb down the people. They want you to dumb down. That's why they it's so dumb in this world. Yeah, you want to moan about Andrew Tate, but you got people spitting bars about chinging and splashing,
and it's okay.
Shut up, bruv. Like, don't. It's what I mean. Like, people, you need to just use your brain.
Initiative.
Navigate. This is like you need to look at. I don't know what lens people are looking at like life through, because it just, to me, it's just like loads of things are dumb. Like women and these feminist groups make me laugh because when a guy turns transgender or whatever, all of a sudden this guy, we put him at the top, but he's a man. It's just a man that's come over and thinks he's a woman. Now he's running your shit. Like, and now you're promoting this. But behave. Women, behave.
I could go into madness.
Yeah, we can go into
We'll save that.
I'm just sitting here thinking, this podcast is getting taken down.
We'll save
that. That little bit, we'll just leave it now.
We'll save one of them ones for a run.
I'm leaving it all in.
No, we haven't gone overboard yet.
But I'm leaving it all in. This is us.
Yeah, we could. Yeah,
I'm leaving it in. Listen, I'm not. I'm just sitting here.
It pisses, that sort of shit pisses me off.
He's been waiting for this. And we're not going into it today. Yeah. We're not going into it today.
We have to say.
I ain't going anymore. I ain't going anymore. But I'm just saying, you know where I stand.
We want to get monetized, boy.
Here. But yeah, it bores me.
Yeah. I think we'll
more takes.
You haven't
more men.
No, I agree with you. I feel like it should be like I shouldn't. If I'm searching for something on the internet, like is global warming real, I want to openly seek two sides of the coin, not just being told this is it. Like I want it to be open up for debate, but you can't even come out and say you don't agree with the vaccine, or you don't agree with this, or you don't agree with that, because it's against their agenda.
But this is why it makes you laugh now, because look how it's done a 360. Look how the whole thing's done a 360 now. Everything's changed. The whole ball game's changed. Now in the Sun, the other day, they put up a kid dying of the flu. And now they're saying in the Sun, the parents need to be more careful with children because this flu winter is actually serious because one guy died the other day. It's not COVID though because he's got tested. No more COVID. But now all of a sudden the flu's back. Okay. So what is this narrative now? You already see narratives in the newspaper.
Just on the COVID one as well. I listened to it again the other day. I knew this happened already, but it was on Joe Rogan, and it was all a money-making scheme, man. Especially for hospitals.
It was a war.
Because, you know, like they were saying, if somebody died of a car crash but had COVID, they'd be like, they died of COVID. That was because they were getting an incentive from the government or whatever it was for every COVID death or every COVID-related patient they had in the hospital. Like they get paid a certain amount more than they would.
You go back to the older pods, we said it. I said it. It was a war. COVID is no different from World War I, World War II. We printed more money. people capitalize when shit goes wrong. All these companies started up making masks, capitalize. It wouldn't surprise me if governments didn't fund them. Pfizer and that, government probably funded for them, because government can't technically, or the people that are in government can't give themselves money. They have to be a part of a business or something. I'll say, oh yeah, my mate owns this business. Oh, listen, if we promote this and we come through you, you sell that, you give us this. That's how it works. It's war. Same for World War One, World War Two. You supply goods. Half the goods didn't even get used. This is how fucked up the world is. Like, everyone profits off it. Like,
it's a game.
What's your opinion, though?
Well, I've just been interrupted about 4 times with my one, because this man's hijacking the show. Yeah. He's got his segment next and he's hijacked my segment. No, like you said, yeah, I just think everyone should be able to debate freely, if as long as it's in context and not like, we know what's right and what's wrong. Me not agreeing with you over something isn't wrong. Like, the beautiful thing about debates is it gives you a chance to have an open mind to say, like, fucking hell, do you know what? I was actually wrong on that and I agree with your point. That's the beauty of debate, isn't it? And when you've got actual PhD doctors and stuff coming out saying like this and that, maybe listen to them. You can't just shut people. When you shut everyone down and say, we're only listening to one side of the argument, that's when it looks weird. That's when I'm sitting there thinking, fucking hell, maybe there is something weird going on, because you've shut down people for no reason.
Yeah, just let people make
their own opinion, and people will use their brain, hopefully, and just decide for themselves.
You know what the biggest thing is as well? You should always listen to the opposite side.
Yeah.
Whether you think you're right or not, because you will learn something from the opposite side. It either makes your opinion stronger, or...
And just quickly, I feel like the government tried to baby everyone. Like, baby adults, baby kids. They try to wrap everyone, well, here anyway, in cotton wool, to say, like, for instance, Andrew Tate, for example, just because all that stuff. Oh, he's bad for kids. He's bad for young adults. He's bad for this. Let people make their own decisions in life. Just let people do what they want. He's not saying go out there and grab knives and kill everyone. He's just giving an opinion on masculinity. Like, it's not that deep. Like, let people make their own decisions in life. You're babying everyone too much.
Do you know one thing
Freedom
about him, though? I think he's the catalyst, because have you noticed how many people are starting to come up doing the same sort of thing since he become so big?
The only thing people don't like him is because he's obviously got money. He's a bit flashy. He's got the cars. He talks about women. That's the only reason. If he didn't really show that much side and he just talked about masculinity, it would have been a different outcome for him. But that's just because the way he is. He's a different person promoting it. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. But again, some people just take it to the extreme of that as well.
And there's always going to be extremists, within it. And
obviously little kids probably throw off. They throw off.
Yeah.
So you can't really blame it. But again, he is teaching. The message he's showing is not a bad message.
No.
That's the problem.
But yeah, people in the comments, drop down. What is your opinions on it? Do you think platforms should let you debate, or are you happy with kind of how they are and how they're going?